For tuning in and joining us now, Billy Nowell. He's the mayor of Cleveland, Mississippi. Mayor, thanks for coming on Midday, sir.
My pleasure. Proud to be here.
So, with everybody we've talked to, the first thing that comes to mind is what an incredible crowd at this event. A lot of interest.
I think it's bigger and better than ever. Sherry said that the numbers were really up, and I think after the pandemic, everybody's ready to move around.
I agree.
What a better place to be.
I agree. You know, we're grateful for the technology that allowed us to continue to work and connect, but there ain't no substitute for that face-to-face interaction.
It's nothing like it. And people talk about the handshake. The handshake is back, and it's real.
Absolutely.
And that's great.
There was a time when you didn't think it was, but I always kind of scoffed at that. And I'm so glad to see we are back to being the people, the good people we are, and interacting with each other the way we should be. This is the way humans get things done.
I agree 100%.
It's been awesome. All right, so what's going on in Cleveland these days?
Well, I tell you, Cleveland's got a lot going on. It's a lot of heat right now, and we're trying our best to get rid of the mosquitoes, which seem to plague us every year. But we're doing a good job with it, and our department heads are doing great. The city is clean as it's ever been, which really makes me proud, and all things are on full cylinder for us.
That's good. What are some of your biggest challenges, Mayor, in the city itself so far? Everybody's talked about their infrastructure challenges, and they're grateful for some of the dabs of money they're getting to address that. What about you in Cleveland?
Well, I feel the same way as they do, and to me, it's not a dab. It's a
big chunk.
Big chunk.
Yeah.
We're strictly going to focus on water and sewer. We have a lot of infrastructure problems, being an older town. We have always put money aside each year to kind of keep our streets up, and we feel like we're in pretty good shape there, but it's what's under the ground sometimes that presents the real problems to you. So we'll be able to spend that money and a little bit more, too, to get where we need to go. And a lot of people try to be innovative and say, well, let's do a little something here or there. And I feel like the water and sewer are the place we need to put it.
What do you do, Mayor, to protect against squandering that money or just inefficient use of it? The citizens always voice their concerns about it. You're fully aware of this. Government money gets spent on things. It just looks like a big old waste.
Well, I think the people in Cleveland know the people they got representing them, and I think they know that every dollar. I think a real challenge we're going to have is the way prices have gone up so much, and it's hard to find real labor. So we're going to not get the full value of that money because of inflation and other factors.
Yeah, it doesn't go as far certainly as it used to, and at the time that it is allocated and appropriated, by the time it makes its way down to you and you start issuing purchase orders, it doesn't quite cover what it did. Right.
You get a bid on something, and then it's way over budget, so you have to kind of back up and restructure your thinking.
What about the Delta region in general, Mayor? That's it has certainly had its share of challenges over the last few decades. Do you see some revitalization happening there?
I really do. I think the Delta has a real mystique about it, and we get a lot of, as you know, foreign travelers.
Yeah.
And I think we have finally learned that you're not going to get smokestacks every time you turn around. That you have to think through it, and tourism is what we're really focusing on, and it seems to, we're in the infant stages, but it seems to be going pretty good.
Yeah, there's so many attractions with the Grammy Museum as an example, and of course it being the home of America's music.
Right.
For sure. You got the university there, and all sorts of other things that a lot of history, obviously. I mean, when you think about Mississippi to a great extent, you got to think about the Delta as being kind of where it all started.
That is correct. It is where it all started. Of course, farming is our major thing, and farm land prices are at an all-time high, and commodities are doing pretty good. So I feel like the Delta could make a turn.
Are the farmers talking about having a good year?
They do. A lot of times when they don't get a rain the very day they want it, they may whine a little bit. But
but last year we had floods.
Yeah. So anyway, it's kind of like a lot of things in life. It's what's going on lately here. Anyway, no, our farmers are very strong, and most farmers now have gone to bigger farms.
Yeah.
You know, the old saying about only the strong survive.
Got to scale.
Yeah.
Like every industry.
Correct.
I mean, like every industry. And, you know, there was a time when about a third of our country was involved in agriculture back in the 30s and 40s, and now it's less than 3%, but we feed the world. I mean, the American farmer, the Mississippi farmers in particular, are incredibly good at what they do.
They certainly are.
Mayor, it's been a pleasure, sir. Thank you so much for coming on.
My pleasure.
Good luck in the rest of the conference. Mayor Billy Nowell, the mayor of Cleveland, Mississippi. We'll step aside for a break right here. We got Super Talk News, Fox News coming your way, and more to talk about. Todd Jordan, the mayor of Tupelo.